Hey y'all, I'm out at Dina's this morning and we are getting ready to cook up a storm and we're gonna have a big Easter dinner tomorrow and we're so excited. So just prepping for that and getting a few things ready. So I'm gonna make a few things and show you how to make a couple of our side dishes. One of the things that I always like to make as an extra little dessert is orange fluff. So you're gonna take some cottage cheese. I like the small curd. You're gonna take a box of orange Jell-O package, and then you're gonna take some Cool Whip and some mandarin oranges. I'm gonna put everything into a bowl here and get it stirred up really good. I'm putting 2 cans of the mandarin oranges in mine because I like a lot of oranges in there. Now, a lot of people make this differently, but that's how easy I make mine. So easy, and it's already ready and prepared. Just cover it up, put it in the fridge, and you'll have it ready for tomorrow. So some people put pineapple in it, crushed pineapple. I've even heard of people putting marshmallow cream. So you can make it your own. I'm gonna just give it a little taste. Perfect. Cover this up, put it in the fridge, and it'll be ready for tomorrow. Okay, for our next side dish, this is an absolute staple for my family. We love sauerkraut and weenies. My grandma made them every single meal. Every Sunday we had them, and so my whole family loves them. So I kind of do my version of them, not my grandma. My grandma used regular old bar-ass weenies. I don't. I use these smoked brats. I just kind of elevated a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take these, and I'm making a double batch because we love sauerkraut and weenies. And I remember when I first met Greg, we were going to a family dinner. I said, hey, we have sauerkraut and weenies like most people have mashed potatoes. And he said, I'm sorry. So not everybody loves sauerkraut and weenies, but we do. The Harrimans love it. So what I usually do is I just take these and I just do this. I just cut them up just like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then we're gonna go over to the stove and put everything together. All right, so I've doubled my recipe. I'm doing 2 packages of the sausages, and I'm gonna do 2 of these, the jars. I don't use the cans of sauerkraut. I like to get this one, and you get this over in the refrigerated section, and it's over by the hot dogs and all of that stuff, so you can find it over there. So we're gonna do 2 jars of this, 2 packages of the smoked brats. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in my pan. I'm gonna do that, get this melted, and put some salt and pepper in as well. And y'all know I usually put Tony's in everything. I don't see any Tony's in Dina's pantry, but I did find some Slap Ya Mama. So we're gonna put a little bit of that in there just to give it a little more flavor. Okay, so our butter is going good. I'm gonna go ahead and put my sausages in here that I've got cut up. And we're just gonna let these cook down just for a little bit. Okay, this is just how you want them. You want them cooked down really good. And now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add our jars of sauerkraut. Let me get a different spoon so I can get that out of there, or a fork here. Juice and all. And now we're gonna turn our fire down, and we're just gonna let this simmer in there really good. All right, it's doing good. So basically what I like to do is just cook it until all the juice is gone. I just cook it down until there's no more juice. You can hardly see any juice in the pan, and then it will be ready to go. So you can tell there's just a little bit of juice left. See that? And as soon as all of that is gone, I'm gonna put it in a pan. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Y'all, that is a beautiful sight to me. That takes me back to my childhood. Our whole family loves this. They're gonna be excited tomorrow to get to eat this. So I'm gonna give it a little taste. You know, I used to wonder why my grandma we would be like, sit down, grandma, sit down. All my grandma's kids would be like, Mom, sit down, sit down. She never sat down. She'd be like, no, I'll eat later. Now I know why, because she ate along the way, because that's what I do. You just eat along the way and make sure everything's good for everybody. That's good. So now we're gonna make some carrots, and this is just something that everybody likes that I make. I use a big bag of these baby carrots, just like this. First thing I'm gonna do is put about 2 sticks of butter into this crock pan. I'm gonna add some salt, pepper, and garlic. This is a salt, pepper, and garlic blend, so probably about a good tablespoon of that. And then we're gonna add some parsley flakes to make it really pretty. I'm gonna say a couple tablespoons of parsley flakes. Get this melted down really good. Usually what I do is I just take my bag and I fill it up with water and get my carrots good and rinsed off. So I just fill this all the way up with water. And then I just kind of swish my carrots around in here and get them rinsed off. And then I take a knife and just poke some holes right in the bottom and let that drain out. And then I'll just let these drain out, and then they'll be ready to put in my pan when my butter's ready. All right, your butter is good and hot. It's not burnt, it's just good and hot. Now we're gonna pour our carrots in really quick. All right, hear that sizzle? Because they still have a little bit of water on, and that's good. And now what we're gonna do is just pop a lid right over the top of that, and you're still on high heat. Now we're just gonna pop this lid on, and we're gonna cook these for about 15 minutes, all right? You're not gonna stir them yet. They're a little charred. Some of them are charred, some of them are not. They're super good. You're gonna love these. So just gonna put this lid on for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna stir them up. So while our carrots are cooking for a few minutes, I'm gonna get some more things prepared. We're gonna make a hash brown casserole now. I have invaded Dina's kitchen. She's not even here right now. She had to run and get Brinley and run some errands and do a few things, but she has so graciously hosted this Easter for my family. My family is her family. Dina and I have been friends since 7th grade. So we've been through every stage of life together. She loves my family loves her like their own. And so she has wanted to host this Easter for us, and I am so grateful for this. So I have invaded her house, and now I'm gonna have to do something really special for her. And anyway, I'm just so grateful for that, because we haven't got together in a few years since the restaurant in Branson. It's just been, you know, all of my time and attention has been on that. Greg actually tells people my wife left me for a restaurant, and it's kind of true, but because I'm there all the time. But we are so excited to get to have a get together with all of our loved ones tomorrow, and I am so grateful for Dina for letting us do that here at her house. Okay, so for hash brown casserole, you're gonna use these shredded hash browns, and this is a 4-pound bag of hash browns. You probably don't want to use that much. They have them in 2-pound bags, but I'm gonna use 2 of these 4-pound bags. I'm making a pretty good sized pan for everybody because we're gonna have quite a few people. So I'm just gonna tell you everything that goes in it. I've already chopped up some bacon here, crispy bacon. That's about a pound of bacon, believe it or not. If you like more bacon, just do a little more bacon. And I've chopped up some green onions. And this is just 2 bunches of green onions. And then we'll get the rest of our stuff and put this together. Right now we have to check on our carrots. So what we're gonna do is just go in here and give them a good stir. Those are looking great. Oh my gosh, and they smell wonderful. So you're just gonna keep giving them a stir after every few minutes. And when they get charred on the bottom, I mean, I just like for a few of them to be charred. And so I just cook these on high until they're tender, fork tender, and some of them are charred on the bottom. So just like that, just keep checking on them, and I just cover them back up. Okay, you see how some of those have a little char on them? Oh my goodness, well the steam is in the way, but they look so good and they are tender. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put a little bit of honey in here. Now we're just gonna drizzle some honey right over the top, and they're gonna be like garlicky and sweet. So I'm gonna say this is about a 1/4 cup of honey. All right? Oh my gosh, now we're gonna give it a good stir. Right after I lick that honey off of my hands. Okay, now, so these are kind of sweet and savory. Oh my gosh, everybody is gonna love these. Just like that. Look at that. Tender and delicious. So there you have it. Michelle's carrots. So on your hash brown casserole, I like to set my hash browns out for a little bit and go ahead and thaw them out. So what I'm gonna do is put them in this bowl right here. They're not all gonna fit, so I have to do a little bit at a time. But this is probably enough. So I'm just gonna do half of this bag. So you're gonna do, this is about 2 pounds of hash browns. I'm just gonna show you if you were a normal, just making it for a normal supper night. So you wanna put about a stick of butter. Then we're gonna do some green onions. I'm gonna do all of these in this mixture. And then you're gonna do your bacon, a little bit of bacon. And what it is, it's actually everything that you would probably put on a baked potato. And you can do ham, you can do just about anything. I've even made a meal out of this by using cooked ham that I had left over and putting it in here and making a meal out of it. Now, I like to usually use the roasted garlic mushroom, cream of mushroom, but they didn't have it last night when I went to the store. So I'm just gonna use this cream of chicken and mushroom. And a lot of the recipes just call for cream of chicken, but I like to do the mushroom one. So I'm gonna do a can of this, and then we're gonna do a tub of sour cream, which I don't have yet. Greg is on his way from the store. And then you're gonna do some shredded cheese, okay? So I'm just gonna do the whole thing. Shredded cheese, and then a tub of sour cream. As soon as we get the sour cream, we're gonna mix this in, put it in a pan, and you're gonna bake it in the oven at 350 for 1 hour. So easy, and everybody absolutely loves this. And salt and pepper. I forgot salt and pepper. But you know what? You can put anything in it. You can put a dried ranch packet in here. Gosh, just make it your own. Whatever sounds good to you, throw it in here. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong. And it will be delicious. Everybody will love it. So I usually just say, put everything that you would put on top of a baked potato into your hash browns. And, well, except for cream of mushroom, you wouldn't do that. But that's what makes it really creamy and good. So the butter, cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, the onions, the bacon, the sour cream, and the cheese. So good. Get it all mixed up, throw it in a pan, a casserole dish, put it in the oven, 350, 1 hour. Delicious. Okay, I've got a couple things cooking, and I'm gonna take a little break because I found some chocolate almond ice cream in the freezer. I'm gonna have a glass of sweet tea and relax for just a minute and then get back to cooking. Oh my gosh, we have a great menu for tomorrow. So excited for Easter, for Resurrection Sunday. I heard this morning on the radio, I heard Tina Cooper say Silent Saturday. It was it's a great rainy day, and it is Silent Saturday, how we relive the whole week of Holy Week, from Palm Sunday all the way up to Resurrection Sunday. And we kind of remember everything that Jesus went through, the Last Supper. Today he's in the tomb, but tomorrow he will rise, and he is our Savior. And I'm just so thankful that I was raised in a Christian home and have Christian heritage. Of all of my family loves the Lord and has taught me well. And I'm just thankful for that. And you know how we relive the Holy Week. I was thinking about how I relive the things when my dad was passing away, and I just remember the days. You just remember those things and how we all kind of relive up to the day they died. I remember the day they told us there's nothing else we can do. I remember the day they told us that he had the cancer. You just kind of relive everything. Remember the last moments. I can even remember the night before in the hospital, the night before he died. I remember everybody was in the hospital room and we were all sitting around talking. And I looked over at Daddy in the hospital bed and he waved at me. I was sitting over in a chair and I waved back at him. And then that was it. Like the next morning, the last words I heard him say was, Mama. So I knew that we had the hope of heaven because he saw my grandma. And that's because of Jesus, because Jesus died on the cross yesterday. He's in the tomb today, and he rose again tomorrow. And we're reliving that. We're in remembrance of that. And so when we remember all those steps, I know that I will see my daddy again one day. So I'm thankful for Jesus, and I'm thankful for my family, and I'm so thankful, so thankful that they taught me about Jesus. I love him, and he is my Lord and Savior, and I hope everybody has a great Easter. We'll see ya.